Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world this afternoon, but you are here with us in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Who is ready for a retail rumble? In this corner, we have two of the undisputed greatest minds in independent retail, the founders of WhizBang Training.
Oh, there you go.
Bob and Susan Negen.
Yeah, we got a corner crew. All right.
We got our corner team.
The challengers, a consortium of some of the finest minds independent retail has ever seen. We have the WhizBang Training Certified Coaches.
Woo!
We have Kathy McKillop from Retail Profit Makers. Gilbert Russell from No Qualms Retail.
Woo!
Danielo from Pet Boss Nation. Mark Burnbull from Impact Retail.
Yeah, all the way from England.
All the way
Steve Nelson from Retail Empowerment Business Coaching. Kim Mitchell from Catapult Retail Coaching. Kathy Nagel-Irvin from RetailTrainingTools.com.
Yeah.
But certainly not least, Chris Willis from Retail Clarity Business Coaching.
Woo!
Let's give it up for the WhizBang Training Certified.
You're going
Coaches.
down. You're going down. You're going down.
Everybody, I want a good, clean rumble. No hair pulling, no biting, only hits above the belt. Let's go!
Let's go!
All right, here we go. We each have 1 minute to share one of our most favorite ideas with you. And Joe, you got that horn out there as the impartial judge. If we go over a minute, we get the horn. All right, here we go. We're gonna start with Mr. Bob Negen. Here we go. Oops, oh, there's our coaches. Give them another big hand. Go.
All right, number one, keep a journal. Keep a journal. Jim Rohn, the late, great Jim Rohn says, by the way, a paper journal. If you're serious about becoming a wealthy, powerful, sophisticated, healthy, influential, cultured, and unique individual, keep a journal. Don't trust your memory. When you're listening to something valuable, write it down. When you come across it, something important, write it down. This is the most important habit I have. I journal twice a day. I have since 1997. Jim Rohn goes on to say...
Oh, you're running out of time,
I know.
Bob.
Never mind. Keep a journal. I did a Real Retail TV on how I journal. I've been doing it for a long time. If you want to know
All right, here we go. Send a thank you bouquet. I know it might seem extravagant, but how important, how valuable are the top customers in your store? I think they're probably worth a $30 or $40 thank you bouquet. This idea came from Maureen Dorn, who we were just talking about at Skirt, and she worked a deal with her local floral designer where she got extra flowers for putting the florist's name on, and she would send these bouquets for no reason whatsoever. Not as a thank you for a great sale, just for no reason whatsoever to her top clients. First thing they did, went on social media and posted it to all their friends. So, love this idea. Great way to say thank you to your best clients. Great for you, great for your florist friend. Send a thank you bouquet.
All right, there you go. Nice one, nice one. Binaural beats, Brain FM. I don't know, anybody here have a hard time focusing? You sit down, you get caught up in social media, dinged on your emails, all of a sudden you're trying to do something and you get distracted. Brain FM is a great, you have to wear headphones, but I'll tell you what, if you need to do focused work, putting in headphones and using Brain FM, it works. All of a sudden, a guy like me who's easily distracted is locked and loaded. And if you want to get quality work done, I strongly recommend Brain.fm.
Nice
Ooh,
job.
much better. I'm getting warmed up.
There you go.
I usually come on strong around
Shop other stores with your key people. This is incredibly powerful. Take your managers, take some of your key salespeople, go to other stores in your town, maybe not right next door, but go and shop with your key people. Take a look at what you see. Experience it together with them. Experience it together with them when nobody greets you in the store. Experience it together with them when you come across an amazing experience or a fabulous display. This is a great way for you to teach and learn all at the same time and create a real great sense of ownership and responsibility for all the key people in your store. Go shop with them. You will not regret it. There you go.
Oh, good one, honey. All right, so this seems lame, boring, weak, all that stuff.
Hey now.
Get your register to rec at the end of the night. This is a symptom. This is a symptom of operational excellence. If you can't get your bank to rec at the end of the night, you've got deeper problems. It means that people aren't making change correctly. It means that people are being sloppy with your money. When we talk about great habits that lead to bigger and better things, one of the places to start is when you count down the bank at the end of the night and when you count down the bank first thing in the morning before you open. Making sure that this happens correctly 100% of the time is a huge step towards being a better retail business.
Morning and night. Really important, right, Kelly Larson? Yeah. Back up your data. For heaven's sakes, people, your data is some of the most important components. It's hidden, but it's a really super important component of your business. You could have, as we unfortunately know, we've got retailers who've had floods, they've had fires, there have been hurricanes, there have been tornadoes. Somebody could come in and steal your point of sale system right out of your store and take all your data with them. You have to back up all your important data every single day. I recommend that you back up to the cloud as well as to some physical local source that you can then keep remotely. I don't care, take it to your in-laws' house, put it in the fire safe in your basement, someplace, to the cloud, someplace local, back up your data. Your business may not survive if you lose this data, really, truly.
Oh, boy, you're cutting it close here, honey. Out of the way.
No, it's not you.
Oh, it's not.
It's not your turn, Bob.
I'm ready. Oh, man.
Welcome to the first of our WhizBang certified coaches. Here we go, Candace.
All right, guys. So I know that it's really hard to find employees right now, but it's also might be happening where you're losing current team members, right? So to keep awesome team members, we have to think about our own company culture. So I just discovered this book by Josh Levin, and I love it because he talks about 6 areas of business with employees, right? So we have purpose, like really understanding your organization's purpose and why you make money beyond making the money, your values, then behaviors, and what's great is that if you can teach your team to have behaviors that are in alignment with your purpose and your values, then it all starts to work together. But these last 3, we've got recognition, rituals, and cues. So recognition is really going back and recognizing those behaviors that are in alignment with your values. Rituals, come up with rituals that help remind them. And then the cues, the visual cues, your mission statement on the walls, and so on. And I've lost track of time.
All right, you did it. All right, Candace.
Great job,
Nicely
Candace.
done.
All right,
Nicely
honey, you're up.
done. I'm up now. All right, some of you have heard this before. Never let an incident create a customer unfriendly policy that punishes the many for the bad behavior of the few. I've seen this happen so many times. You go into a store and there are policies written everywhere. If you bounce a check to me, It's going to cost you $35. You have a return policy that sucks because one person took advantage of you. Recognize that if it happens once or twice, it's an incident. Do not threaten relationships with your good customers because something happens. When something happens, it's an incident. Let it go, move on. But never create a customer unfriendly policy because of an incident.
All right, good one.
It was a classic. Bad reviews,
Greatest hits.
Bad reviews hurt. They hurt your soul, they hurt your business. You know what hurts more? A fake bad review. And for $30, your competitors can buy 5 reviews trashing your store, or 5 reviews making their store look really good. And it's happening everywhere. It's not fair. 10.7% of reviews on Google are fake. But there's something you can do. First, and it's easy and it's free. You can go to this website, download the Chrome extension, and check their Google pages. It's going to use AI to find out whether reviews are fake or not, and you get a report. If the reviews are fake, send the report to Google, and they'll take them down. Your chance of taking them down about 70%, otherwise they're like 0. So protect your store, keep your competitors honest, download the extension.
Good one.
Good one.
Awesome. Add words to
Good
your
one.
windows. Words, when you can add words to your windows along with your visuals, you can really attract your customers. And more than that, you can put words in there that are a call to action. Come in for your custom fitting. Anytime you can give them a direction with words or intrigue them, like we have your T-shirt in those, in the creepy kidnapping letters, you know, right? You know, anything you can do, anytime you can add words to your windows, it really is attractive, and their brains are attuned to reading and looking for those words. So they're gonna zoom in on them right away as soon as they're in there and add a call to action, and you get them from the sidewalk into your store. All right, ready?
Yeah. How many of you would like to have your rent paid on the first day of the month?
Woo, woo.
To do it, create something that creates recurring revenue. There's many different ways to do this: memberships, clubs, subscriptions. Bob mentioned his wine subscription. Think about all the subscriptions you have that you're paying monthly revenue for. Your customers will do the same thing. The possibilities of this are endless. I want to give a shout out to someone in the room. Jen Davis from the Little Shop of Stitches is here. Waver. She has created a membership in her quilt store with no product, just time, and it's paying all of her fixed expenses. And I know because I'm
Wow.
so good job.
Jen, wait, raise your hand again so people can see you if
So
you
go
want to talk to Jen.
if you need some ideas.
That's great.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you, Kathy. Good one.
Good one. Hold on. Go.
So this is an idea from Misha Seto. Wave, Misha. This is great. Misha does gift certificate marketing better than anybody I know. Last I talked to her, she gave away 20,000 gift certificates last year. But this is reverse trick-or-treating. What she does is she puts candy into a cellophane bag. I loved her story. She went to every dollar store within 50 miles and bought every cellophane bag. She puts a little bit of candy in it, a gift certificate to her store, and then she goes out to distribute them. Incredibly successful. Most trick-or-treating, people come to you and you give them candy. This is reverse trick-or-treating. She goes to them, she goes to businesses, she goes to offices, and she gives out these bags with gift certificates to her stores. It is very successful. You should all do this.
All right, good one.
So, are you wanting to have an idea as far as growing your business, not costing you a cent? Your comfort zone. So stepping out of your comfort zone will help you grow your business and grow personally, which is really important. And stepping out of the comfort zone is something that I'm doing right now. Right?
Yeah, woo-woo!
And so it's pushing me forward with coaching. And so there again, always go through your comfort zone, push past it, and I challenge everyone, take something every month, some step to push you past that comfort zone, and you'll actually start seeing results.
There you go. Thank you.
That's great, Gilbert.
That's great.
All right, so from something really inspiring to understand initial markup. By the way, guys, you don't have to take a picture of this slide. You will get all these slides on, I think, Wednesday. We'll have them up for you. Understanding initial markup is super important because it basically lets you figure out how much profit you want to make out of your business. If you look at that first one, desired profit is you get to pick the number. Do you want 8%? Do you want 10%? Do you want 20%? Do you want 3%? It's up to you. Put it in, plug it into the formula, and then you will see how much you need to mark up your goods in order to hit that profit number. It's like printing money. You just have to know, then you know what your target is. 52.2 is the target to earn 8% for this particular business. So it really lets you be in control of how much money you're making from your inventory. Okay.
How many of you own the Retail Mastery System? Showing, great.
There we go. I like to see it.
Well, talking about math and a comfort zone, this is the financial management module is the one that I seldom open, and that's the one that I should be opening a lot. But when last month I spent a lot of time deep diving into the financial management module again, and I realized that there's no such thing as a perfect P&L. It looks great on paper, but if you don't pay attention to your cash balance worksheet, you're screwed. You're not going to have any cash to go buy new inventory or to pay your employees. So I give you a challenge while you're here. You all know, you probably haven't opened this one up in a while and logged on. I had somebody ask me for their, how do I reset my password because I forgot it? Well, come over to the booth, we'll help you reset it. But by the end of this month, if you go to retailtrainingtools.com, I have a challenge for you. So go sign up, and I will send you lessons, and you can knock this one out before July 1st.
There you go.
All right.
Love it. Since you.
All right, non-negotiable standards. To Gilbert's point, this is another one of our greatest hits. A non-negotiable standard is a standard that everybody in your business, including you, adheres to. If you don't want to adhere to the non-negotiable standards, you don't have a job here right now. That's the name of the game, non-negotiable. You do it this way, or you don't have a job. My challenge to you is to pick 3 non-negotiable standards to start with. It could be giving change the right way. It could be things like showing up on time. It could be any number of things. But where's the challenges? Where are the problems? If you could do 3 things with your business and make your business better, what would those 3 non-negotiable standards be? Pick them, drive them down, stay on top of them, make them part of your culture.
All right.
Oh.
All right, so this one is one of these easy and inexpensive ones to do. We'll call it low-hanging fruit. For anyone who's doing e-commerce, and especially if you're not doing enough that would maybe justify printing boxes and padded mailers and all their print sizes, but if you just want to add something a little bit extra to your shipping boxes, just get branded packing tape, right? So just very simple, you can just have your logo, or you can write thank you and have your tagline on it, but at a minimum your logo, and you can get it all sorts of places and online. I listed a few. Oh, they didn't hold.
Yep. Oh, shoot. They didn't. Sticker Mule. Sorry.
Sticker Mule, Sticker You. But I also just learned one of the sponsors out front there, Doc's Design, also does packing tape. So this is just really easy stuff. It costs like $4 to $6 a roll for 200 feet. I mean, it's really cheap, and it costs a couple cents per box, but it just elevates it that much.
Nice.
That's great.
Love
nice
it.
One.
All right. Send lumpy mail. This is one of my personal favorites. I love doing direct mail. Like, everybody's on socials, which is great, but like when something, what if a flip-flops showed up in your mailbox. Would you pay attention? Yes, you would. If you've got construction happening in front of your store, send your top 100 customers a hard hat with a message saying, we're open, please come visit us, right? So there's a lot of great things you can do. You can put those little plastic Easter eggs in the mail. You can mail almost anything through the USPS. And if you go to the website, usps.gov, there's a whole page on lumpy mail and all the things you can mail and how to do it. So lumpy mail gets you noticed.
No explosives or firearms.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so building a knowledge center based around Marcus Sheridan's concept of they ask, you answer is a great marketing tool. Now, if you haven't read the book, I strongly recommend that you do, because in it, Marcus contests that you should replace your blog with a knowledge center that answers the important questions that your customers are asking. And by asking, I mean typing into a search engine. And by doing so, you can command the results from the search engine. AnswerThePublic.com is a website that can help you discover the questions that your customers are answering. The free version gives you 3 free searches a day. However, there's also a paid-for version. They ask, you answer. Build yourself a knowledge center. There we go.
Good one.
Excellent.
All right. I love this one too. First, when somebody complains, don't say, I'm sorry. Say, thank you. Recognize this. This is so important, that a complaint is a gift. If somebody has a return, it means that the purchase hasn't been perfect. So when somebody complains, first say thank you. It disarms them. You are no longer enemies. This is not becoming a fight. You are on the same team. And then this is how I handle it, as I say, what would you like me to do? And almost always when you handle a complaint this way, people will give you a reasonable request. You don't have to have a bunch of policies and it all dialed in. Somebody complains, thank you. Notice my body language. What would you like me to do?
All right, good one.
All right, this isn't the sexiest subject, but it's very important. Associate reviews are one of the most overlooked tools that you have in your arsenal to create your superstar team. But I say, ditch the annual reviews, because honestly, when you're doing an annual review, can you really assess what someone did over like the last 12 months? You're really only looking at the last maybe 3 or 4 months. So I say, have collaborations. Meet with your team 3 to 4 times a year, set short-range goals, and help them to meet those goals. You want to keep an engaged team. You want to keep a team who knows their purpose, who understands their job and can reach their goals. This is part of your coaching. So if you want to learn more about how to have collaborations, what kind of questions to ask, and exactly step-by-step how to do it, go to retailclarity.com/guides, and you can find it all right there.
All right, you got in under your minute. Good job. Rest is a necessary activity. And let me just say also that resting is actually an activity. How many times have you been resting? Maybe you've been sitting on your, by the pool, or you've just been sitting on the sofa and you're like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm feeling not productive. Well, yes, you actually are doing something, and that thing is resting. And it's okay to rest. It's not only okay, like I say here, it is absolutely vital to your mental and physical and emotional well-being to take a rest. So next time you hear that little voice like, oh, you should get up and do this thing, ask yourself, am I doing the activity of resting right now? Am I actively resting? And if you are, you don't have to do anything because you're already doing something.
All right, so this one isn't about resting, but more leveraging your time and leveraging what you're already doing to create more content that SEO would love, that your email marketing would love, and that social media would love. It's a software called Descript. Imagine taking one Facebook Live, uploading that to Descript, getting a transcript, an easy-to-edit video that you can turn into multiple pieces of content, like a blog, Instagram stories, Reels. You can literally do everything, and all the templates exist right inside this platform. You can literally copy and paste. It works like a Google Doc. So imagine you've got the video up above and all the text, and all you have to do is select text, cut, and move it. It pulls all the video, all the audio, and all the text. It's amazing. You can also replace words, like if you say a lot, like myself, you can just delete that. You can even record a script of you saying over about 50 different words and then load those words in if you miss a word. It's super cool. Highly check it out. Recommend it.
There you
Love
go.
it.
Good one.
Descript. Good.
All right, party in a box. We're going old school here. How many of you are tired of getting hit up for donations? Ah, come on, you're lying. So here's what you do. So what you can do is give them a party in a box. And when people buy the party in the box, really what they're buying is a shopper's party. So I go to Lisa's event, and in the silent auction, I buy this party. What I am buying is the ability to come in for an after-hours party, after-hours shopping experience. So you have done good things by helping a local nonprofit in your community, and you're getting a group of highly engaged customers who you can give great service, great attention to, and really, really acquire new customers, build your sales at the same time. This is a great, great marketing tool.
All right.
All right, who here knows the rule of reciprocity? Givers get, right? Who wants to put that rule on steroids and get 16.8% lift in sales? This is from a deep dive I did in the academic research. What they did is they set up a test, and half the people that came into a store got thanked for their patronage and their support. The other half got that and a keychain. And what the researchers found is the people who got the keychain bought 16.8% more. Now that's 16.8% for a 50-cent trinket. And another study found that it didn't matter what the value was. It was just the gift. So don't break the bank, find something nice, but make it a surprise. If it's expected, it doesn't work. And don't make it a gift with purchase, because that's not a gift, that's just a reward for buying. But make it a gift on entry and boost your sales.
Love it. Add a call to action at the bottom of all of your web pages. You don't want people to have read through your web page, whether it's an article or your home page or a product page or whatever, and hit a dead end. You always want to have some kind of call to action, something else that you are suggesting that they do on your website. Buy this now. If you like this article, you might like this product. If you loved this, try this list of things to do instead. Schedule an appointment. So always at the bottom of all of your pages, have some call to action, something new that you're suggesting that they do based on the page where they've just been reading. Don't have any dead ends that they're then just thinking, oh, I'm gonna click and leave you forever. Okay?
All right, I have another non-sexy topic here, but
no, it's all sexy. It's all sexy.
To me, cash can be sexy, and this will create more cash. So, create a vendor scorecard, because who your vendor, you probably think you know which vendors you're making the most money from, which ones are the best investment in your inventory, but I guarantee if you do this scorecard, it will be eye-opening, because the scorecard actually breaks it down by category. And so one vendor, you might have a vendor that covers multiple categories in your store, and they might be a great vendor in a certain category, but not the best vendor in the other categories. So it's super eye-opening. It also can be used, and I used it in my store, to negotiate with my vendors to give me some deals when I could show them on paper that they were not the best vendor in a category. And they want it to be. So, even better, we have a free one for you at the M1 booth. Just stop over and we will hook you up.
Awesome.
Great.
That's true.
So this is so important. Who wants to build their margins? Yes, an easy way to build your margin is to buy into key sales. For years and years and years, I would do sidewalk sales, I would do post-holiday clearance sales, and I would sell what I had. You've got traffic. They're buying for discounts. Shop for it. Look for it. Nobody does it better than Misha. I hope you don't mind that I point to you again, Misha, but nobody does it better than Misha. Misha is she's a scavenger hunter. She said, I go to their websites, I find it. But, you know, when she goes to Atlanta, she's looking, she's active. You can buy cheap, sell at a perceived discount off of retail, so you're building your margins while still have something to give to your customers.
All right, good one.
So how many people here were stressed during the pandemic? I would expect to see more hands. How many people had their staff being really stressed out and didn't know what was going to happen from one day to the next? Exactly. So what I recommend is actually taking care of your mind, body, and soul. And I encourage you to set that up for your staff as well. So whether you're encouraging them to go for a walk during breaks, or setting up a room where they can go and relax. But that's a really important part of taking care of yourself.
Great.
Great.
All right.
I'm going to pile on top of Kathy's vendor scorecard and say, once you've created the scorecard, send your vendors a newsletter. We communicate regularly with our our customers because they're super important to our business. Our vendors are also super important to our business. Communicate with them. Create a monthly vendor newsletter. Tell them what your upcoming promotions and events are. Tell them what's selling now. If their stuff isn't on the list, they're going to start to ask you why and what they can do. Do an employee profile. Partner of the month. Maybe somebody who is really high on the vendor scorecard, because people are going to start to want to know, how do I get to be your partner of the month? And then last but not least, tell them what you need from them. Hey, I need a prize. Hey, I want to thank you for my staff. What do you need from them? You've got to communicate, send them a vendor newsletter.
Good one.
Okay, this is my favorite one. I'm excited about Miss Sarah. You guys all need to take a picture of the slide, I swear. I met this lady online. She's on LinkedIn, Sarah Buchanan Smith, and she's from across the pond. And I went to her 3-day Zoom meetings. They were all 15 minutes long. And she taught me how to get my website to be in the top 10 unpaid Google ads. And it took all of 10 minutes. And it was so easy. I'm not a computer programmer, and I have to admit that I spent $1,000 times 2 companies trying to get found on the internet on search. And she did it in 10 minutes, and I did it all by myself. It was really easy. So check her out. And this is a free site from Neil Patel that you can put in your website URL, and it'll tell you what's wrong with your website so you can get found. And I have to say, she got me number 7 all by myself in 3 days. I went to number 6, and this morning I was number 1.
Woo! That was worth the beat.
That's great. All right, anybody here wear an Aura ring? All right, this is, what's that? No. This thing is a shit. So what it does with 98% accuracy, it tells me all about my body. It tells me how I sleep. It tells me about the activity. It tells me if I'm ready in the morning. You know, data is one of the things that drives performance. You know, the better, if you want to use an athletic metaphor, the better the team, the more trainers, the more data they have, the more they interpret data. If you want to know what's going on with your body so you can get your body to perform better, this Aura Ring, it has been an absolutely fantastic tool for me. I recommend it to anyone.
All right, good job.
All right, so I'm sure during COVID, many of us were doing local deliveries because our stores were closed and it was the only way we could get things to people. And then we opened back up, we had staffing problems, and we thought, you know, I don't really have the time or the resources, I can't continue doing this. The problem is, our customers loved it, your customers loved it, and it's hard to take a service away that you once had offered. And frankly, Amazon is offering local delivery in our neighborhoods all the time. So how do we do it? This is where partnerships come in. Can you form a partnership or a coalition with other bookstores, kitchen stores, women's boutiques in your neighborhood where you each take a day a week, where you do each other's deliveries? So you don't have to do it 7 days yourself. You guys each take a day a week. I own a toy store in Boston, and I have partnered with the local grocer across the street. He's doing grocery deliveries every day, and I pay him $7 to do mine. I charge my customers $3, but he's doing deliveries for me. So I can keep the service up, but I'm not doing it myself. So think outside the box, think about partnerships. Your customers love the service.
All right, that was a good one. Make your own Instagram filter. This one was from last year where we had the cute little W's on our cheeks. This year, the logo is swirling around our head for our Retail Success Summit Instagram filter. It's not that hard. You can go talk to Crystal and the folks at Crystal Media. They'll be able to help you. Indy from our team can help you. But create a special little Instagram filter for any of the special events, the special occasions, a great promo, or just a regular one for your store that your customers can use, because they love you and they want to promote you, and it makes everything so fun. So try it out. Create your own little Instagram filter. You're going to love it.
All right, so LinkedIn. Most of you out there probably don't think that LinkedIn is a social media platform that you could use with your store. But today I want to challenge that thought, because LinkedIn has in excess of 830 million members, and each of those members is a consumer, a potential customer. By connecting with people that you know and people that live local to your store and putting out great content, great posts with a business angle can give you real traction. And they have a very nifty tool, video messaging. You can send a video message to any first level connection. I just want you to think about what that could do for your business. LinkedIn.
All right.
That's
there
awesome.
We go.
This is you.
Matt, speaking of masterminds, our friend Chris Knight, we were in a mastermind together, and one day during a conversation, he said, Bob, in the beginning of a business, the more you do, the more you make. And if you're new to a business, you know, you're in your store, you're working hard, you're doing a lot. But he said, at some point in your business, the more you think, the more you make. So the challenge and the opportunity for all of you is to do less and think more, to get out of your store and engage in the kind of thinking that's going to make a difference in your business. This includes learning, studying, education, going through your retail mastery system, building plans, thinking conceptually, reading books. Do less, think more. Work less in your business, work more on your business.
Good one.
Thank you.
All righty. So how many people in here are a business owner? Okay, so look at all of you. You know what? You guys all have at least one thing in common. You will all exit your business someday. And don't you want to do it on your own terms? So the time to start thinking about your exit strategy is right now. You have options, right? Some people have said they want to wrote their vision, right? They want to sell their store. They want to open more stores. Well, you better have that business running on rails, and you better have some strong financials. Do you want to hand that business down to your family, to your kids? Well, you know what? You need to figure out, how are you going to retire? How are you going to do that? How are they going to buy in? You better have them trained up, have that business running on rails, and have strong financials. Or do you want to close your store? You get one good chance to do it. You can learn it on your own and figure out what you should have done, or you can hire someone to do it for you. Go online and you can download a questionnaire. You go to retailexit.com and you can learn a lot more about that. But the time to plan it is right now. But it can always change, just like your vision.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love
All
it.
right. Good.
Good. Okay, create amazing signs. You see that little angel? That is a picture that I just took about a month ago when our Platinum Mastermind group went to Zingerman's in Ann Arbor. And this was, we got to visit behind the scenes. And this was in their sign making shop. And they call this the Angel of Merch. And the little sign says, building displays is great service. And then the teeny print that you can't read there says, it showcases great food. Making signs sells products. This is so important. So your signs are your silent salespeople. You can make great signs. They don't have to be huge signs. Zingerman's has these tiny little signs, but they're super fun. This one says, carry on friendly and best buttery olive oil. 3 little words that really make me like want to buy that olive oil.
That's 4 words.
Best buttery, 4. Olive oil was all together. Anyway, make some great signs.
Okay, so this is a software, or like a widget, you'll put onto your browser, and it's going to screen capture whatever it is that you're looking at, and it will track every single click that you make. And oh yeah, it's awesome. It's called Tango. Okay, so if you need to create a guide, a training guide for your employees, or an instruction guide for customers, if there's anything that you need to do on a computer, this is a great tool to use. So it takes it tracks all of your clicks and movements, and it takes a screenshot automatically for you, and it dumps it into a PDF that you can then type directly into, right? How cool is that? And for those of you who have the RSA, right, the Retail Sales Academy, you can build these training manuals using this tool and put it right into that platform.
Love it. Cool. All right.
All right, I love this website, holidayinsights.com. One of your challenges is to create more repeat business, more visits per customer by doing fun things, not just having a discount, 20% off this today or 15% off that today or buy one, get one. Give them a reason to come in. You don't even have to put in a discount with it. So we have Festival of Sleep Day, National Bird Day, Dress Up Your Pet Day. How about this? You dress up your pet, you bring them into our store, and we'll give you a free bag of treats. So the point here is that you have a whole calendar of crazy, wild, fun, interesting holidays that you can build promotions around. Using this holidayinsights.com calendar can really, really easily boost your sales and really make things a lot of fun. What?
You were over your minute.
Who here wants an easy trick to get your customers be more inclined to buy? And when they do buy, they're going to buy more. Anybody? And they're going to be happier with their purchase. This is that something comes from the research. What they found is you can get all of those things by using concrete words. And concrete words are words that are specific. So it's not garment, it's dress, it's not pants, it's jeans, right? So what they found, and they did 5 studies to prove this, what they found is when you use concrete words, the customers feel that you're listening better. And when you're listening to your customers better, they're more inclined to buy, and they're going to be happier with their purchase. And it's easy to do, right? Get your staff to do it. So for example, it's not let me put that in the change room, it's let me put those polos in the change room. And if you do that, your sales are going to go up and your customers are going to be happier. So use concrete words.
Right.
That's an awesome tip. Proper password management. How many of you have about 50 bajillion different passwords on 50 bajillion different sites? Well, like Chris said, you may exit your business in an untimely way. And no, really, you could die. You could become serious. No, serious.
A lot of people exit their businesses on a stretcher.
This has happened to clients of ours, and their kids have come to us and have gone like, what do we do? How do we get in? What do we do? No, you guys have got to use proper password management so that you have one password that can cover, one main password that can cover everything. What if you have an employee who leaves in a very disgruntled fashion and they have access to some of your passwords? You need to be able to change all of them instantly. So make sure that you're using proper password management. 1Password, Dashlane, there are many others. It's critical to your business security.
Okay, this one's my favorite, and I can't take credit for it, but I think Lori and Holly
They
are here
are.
from Kennedy's. Yes.
Yeah.
Where are you? There's, hi,
This
Holly.
came from them, and that is a refillable program.
Hi, Lori.
Lori explained it to me. I implemented where in my store on my anniversary, I gave away a free refillable bottle of spray starch, kept people coming in the entire year. It's a fantastic way to get customers in more often and also to have them shop you first. And you can think of any consumable, animal treats, flowers, spices, perfume. So it works everywhere, and customers love it because chances are no one else in your area is doing it. So refillables.
Love it.
Love it.
Thank you, Lori,
Lori
and
and
Holly.
Holly, raise your hands one more time back there. There you go. You can ask Lori and Holly about it. You can ask Kathy about it if you're interested in that.
It's just a data point. So how many of you become stressed out and the story starts growing in your mind, and all of a sudden what was a data point? You got a bad social media review. All these things happen in business, right? Our business life is just a series of events. Some of them will stress you out. Most of them will move on. But the way to look at it is to say a data point. Anything that happens in your business is merely a moment in time with a particular set of circumstances. Let me say that again. A moment of time with a particular set of circumstances. Look at everything that happens to your business, to you, in that light. Because when you dispassionately look at it all as a data point, you can dispassionately, proactively find solutions to those problems.
Good one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So this next thing, especially talking about employee shortages, you're going to think I'm crazy. When we get to a crossroads, where we get to growing our businesses or our vision changes, we're going to have people on staff that are going to kick that, and they're not going to want to partake. And it's okay to say goodbye. It's actually a good time to say goodbye. And saying goodbye to those people in the toxic, you can actually say hello to increased profits, increased sales, increased sense of self, as well as a lot less stress.
Yeah.
Good one.
Love it. Okay, make a merchandise matrix. Before you head out to the shows, I really recommend that you try to make one of these merchandise assortment matrix. You can do across the top, your departments. You could put price points across the top. You could put classifications across the top. And down the side, you could put your customers. You can put colors down the side. Anything where you can take a look at strategically, what do you have in those boxes? So do you have enough puzzles for preschoolers? Do you have enough puzzles for teenagers? Do you have construction toys for 3rd to 5th graders? Are you out of skill toys for teenagers? So you want to be able to make sure that you're covering your assortment, and using this merchandise matrix is an easy, effective way to do it.
Hey, coaches, I think she cheated because, I did that one the last time we were together. You copy. So this, I use Grammarly because I was terrible in college, and I had to have 4 semesters of English with Miss Dillon. And so I use Grammarly to make sure I got the commas in the right place and I'm writing correctly. I use Jasper AI. Josh Orr put me onto this one. Anytime that you have any kind of text or copy on a website, especially product descriptions, take the copy after Grammarly corrects all your bad writing, and put it into Jasper AI, and it will turn it around and take out even more words and put in other words that makes it so much more searchable for SEO and artificial intelligence. So you can use it on a blog, you can use it on your Facebook postings. It's wonderful.
Excellent.
Right.
I've heard good things about this software, so that's really cool.
Go through a module a month of your retail mastery system. So how many of you, I saw how many of you have the retail mastery system. Those of you who have the retail mastery system, how many of you have gone through the whole thing? Oh, many of you, good. I know a lot of you haven't gone through the whole thing. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So if you were just to, rather than say, I've got this big giant group of videos, by the way, there's 188 videos in the retail mastery system.
Oh, you counted them.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Hey, now, do I get a couple extra seconds then?
You do.
Okay. There's 188 videos. So how can you get through your entire retail mastery system? It's worth it to do it. One video a day, or it'll take you about 7 months, or one module a month for 11 months. Take December off. Work your floor. But that's the way to get that information that can do great things for your business.
All right.
All right, so I'm sure we can all sort of, this will resonate with everyone. You've got a ton of things on your mind as the owner of the store. You know, you've got a big birthday celebration coming up, big events going on at the store, and you walk in the front door of your store and your staff just seems to sort of be floating around. No particular urgency, maybe dusting over here, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, we have so many important things going on, right? So what do? I suggest every morning you start by asking your staff, what are the top 3 most important things to get done today, right? And the benefit of that is instead of you always having to be the taskmaster or micromanager, you get them into the habit of coming to work with intention, where every day they're walking in the front door and saying, what is important, right? And they'll get trained over time. In the beginning, they might say, I'm going to dust that shelf over there. And you can say, you know what, that is not the most important thing that has to happen here today. And you can start working together, and your staff will get better and better at prioritizing and really seeing what's important. So ask them, what are the top 3 things to do today?
Love it. That's
Love that.
great.
Ooh.
No miscellaneous. All the inventory managers love this one because you should not have a miscellaneous department. Oh, please don't tell me you have a miscellaneous department, let alone a miscellaneous category or a classification, because you are not a miscellaneous store. You don't sell miscellaneous. Your customers aren't buying miscellaneous. You cannot get good data from your point of sale system. You cannot get the data that you need to make good, sound business decisions if you're ringing merchandise up in your miscellaneous department. I talked to a friend one time who had like 30% of her sales in her miscellaneous department, and my head about exploded. Yeah, you're not miscellaneous stores, so you don't need a miscellaneous department.
All right. So, 90-minute focus sessions. I'm going to say that again. 90-minute focus sessions. So, why, sorry, can I start again?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go
ahead.
We'll let you go.
I'm
Here,
thinking
look.
about 60 seconds in my
okay.
head, and I'm not.
Hey, okay, okay, so let's take a vote. How many people think that Mark should get a full 60 seconds? All right, there you got it. You got a full 60 seconds, Mark.
Mark, I reset you, babe. You're all good.
All
You're all
right.
good. You ready to go?
90-minute focus sessions. The most powerful business strategy that I've ever stumbled across. But why 90 minutes? Well, there is some science behind this, but typically 90 minutes is the maximum time that you can hold your concentration for. The maximum time that you can be at your best. Think about this. If you could commit to a 90-minute focus session 5 days a week, that would be 30 hours a month. 30 hours a month to work on the most important things in your business. The things that will take your business to where you want it to be, to implement the things that you're learning here today.
Good one, Mark.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, can I just...
Keep going. Keep
There is
going.
a caveat. There are some rules that you must adhere to. And just in case you're doubting the 90 minutes thing, then think about this. Lennon and McCartney wrote the song yesterday in 90 minutes.
All right.
Yes, I love it.
Let's give Mark a hand.
Woo! All right.
All right, so this is what we call ethical poaching. This is a technique we've been teaching for a long time. We talk about it in the retail mastery system. So if you need people, what you do is you carry around these cards and they say, I hope that you're happy here, but if you if you're not, I would love to talk to you about working for us. So there is a picture of Misha's cards from Blooming Boutique, but I recently learned from Patty Zeller, who is right there, what she has done to find employees is if she sees somebody who's really enthusiastic, she says, I love your attitude. Do you know somebody like you who might want to work for us? Patty was really struggling finding people. After a little coaching, after employing this, she now has the team she loves.
Okay, Bob, I'm going to take your idea and y'all's idea, and I'm taking you one step further. You know, Bob has all taught us about gift certificate marketing, right? You should all have gift certificates in your wallet all the times, or have your business cards converted over to gift certificates so that when you meet people in your area and you give them your business card, it should have a gift certificate to come to your store. So now, when you're out looking for people to work for you, right? You're at this restaurant or you're in another store, you're wherever you're at, and you see that person, we always called it the twinkle factor, you know? You see that attitude that you like. You see that twinkle factor. You're like, yes, this is awesome. Give them that card, but also give them the gift certificate to invite them to come in and visit you in the store. I mean, you might get a great new associate that has the great attitude of the twinkle factor, or you might just get a great new customer. But either way, it's a win-win. So
It's a
use
win-win.
gift certificates.
If that's
Love
the
it.
rumble, she just hit me with a hard right.
All right. Okay, first of all, give it up for our coaches. They have completed their section.
All right. You guys did great.
Awesome job. Oh, I get to turn mine back. All right, 54, idea number 54, celebrate staff birthdays. This is just one other great idea to throw a party to give your customers a reason to come in. Your customers love your staff, don't they? They resonate, they have their favorites. So when you throw a birthday party for your staff members, you give them a great reason to come in. So this is Laura from Sweet Boutique up in Canada, and when she turned 40, she did a 40% off sale on her store. You don't have to do a percentage off. She had one of her employees turn 69 one year, and you can imagine the kind of fun that they had on there. They had strippers come in, not real strippers, but like fake strippers, and all kinds of fun stuff. But that's who she is. That's who her store is, and her customers loved it. So celebrate your staff birthdays. It's one more great reason to communicate to your customers and have them come into the store. Oops, I forgot to turn my timer on. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Right.
But
okay.
actually, Laura was on a panel when she was in the Platinum Mastermind group. She was on a panel here, and she showed pictures of that party.
The 60s.
And they brought in a male stripper. I mean, he didn't strip, but he certainly got buffy. So, okay, here we go. Good, better, best bundles. There's this thing called price anchoring. So we love bundles. If you don't have bundles throughout your store, you're really missing opportunities. You're missing opportunities to build margin. You're missing opportunities to, to clear out goods that might not be moving as quickly as you want. But when you build your bundle, don't just have a new puppy bundle. I'm just using an example from a pet store. You should have a good, better, best bundle. Because guess what? It's called the Goldilocks syndrome, right? Remember Goldilocks? It was too small, the baby. And then the dad was too big, and the mother was what? Just right. So if you have a best bundle, you will sell a lot more of the better bundle. If you only sell one price point a bundle, you're not going to get the results that you could if you do good, better, best.
All right, good one.
All right, thank you.
Switch from I, me, we, and your store name to you. We call it the big switch. So just go ahead and take a look at every page on your website. Take a look at your About page. I bet that one also starts with I, me, we, or your store name. Your home page, your product page, all of your pages, your blog posts, your email marketing, your social posts. If every sentence starts with I or me or we or your store name, you need to make the big switch. So instead of at Bob's Bouquets, we only sell fresh flowers, and that's a double whammy, the store name and the word we, you can switch it to you'll get fresh flowers that look amazing when you buy at Bob's Flower Boutique, okay? So it's a really easy switch. It makes a huge, huge difference in the mind of your customers.
That is a hot tip, by the way. So this is a hot tip too, who, not how. You don't have to know one doggone thing. All you need to know is how to find it. So when you are confronted with any problem, don't say, how am I going to get this done? You say, who can help me get this done? Let me say it again. Not how am I going to get this done? Who can I help to, who can I get? There are so many who's. I talked about that in the opening keynote, this idea of education. There are people who know how to do what you're trying to do. Why would you want to figure it out yourself when you can hire somebody, invest in a product or program? Who, not how. It is a huge shift in the way that you think. If you don't have the retail mastery system, that is a who. You don't have to figure out how to be a successful retailer. We can be the who. You don't need to know the how. This happens with every single thing in your life and your business that you want to do. Ask yourself, who can help me?
All right, send a thank you note to someone at least once a week. A handwritten, this is for you, Lisa, handwritten on a note card, like a nice text is nice, pop off an email, lovely. But how amazing is it when you actually get a handwritten, thoughtful note, 1 or 2 sentences from someone who you've done something nice for? I mean, everybody loves it. Send it to your customers. Send a thank you note to your employees. Send a thank you note along with the vendor newsletter to your vendors, to a mentor, to one of your business partners, a colleague, your accountant, your lawyer. Just send one to a friend. Send one to your retail BFF. Send a thank you note. Put that gratitude out into the world. It'll make you feel good. It'll make them feel good.
It's great. I love that one. Oh, there we go. ADD. This is a framework, a concept that we introduced 4 years ago, I believe, but it's an acronym for Ask, Discuss, Decide. So it goes back to who, not how. Who, if you have any problem in your business, instead of you as the owner or you as the manager trying to figure it out, talk to your employees. Ask them to help you solve the problem. Ask them, discuss it, and decide on a plan of action. So think about this. If you have 7 employees in your business and they all have 5 years worth of experience, you have 35 years worth of experience to tap into. Your team members are one of your most valuable sources of ideas, inspiration, solutions to problems. So whenever you find a problem, the first thing you do is you ask your employees, discuss solutions, make a decision, and then execute.
All right, good one. Last one, my talking pet app. Have you seen this? If you haven't seen it, it is so much fun. Mark, are you back there? Can you hear me? Can you hit that video or not? Nah, probably not. Anyway, try the My Talking Pet app. Even if you don't have a pet store, you can make a bird talk or a snail talk. You can make your dog talk or your cat talk, and they can say anything. Like, hey, come on into the boutique today. We're doing such and such. It's just super fun and funny. Everybody loves pets, dogs and babies, You make babies say funny things too, by the way, with this. So if you've got a baby handy, you can use the My Talking Pet app on your baby as well. So it's just super fun. Give it a try. Your customers are going to love it. All right.
Good.
60 ideas in 60 minutes.
All right. Did you like some of those?
Good.
All right.
Woo. Here we go. Grab your phones.
Okay, you guys don't leave yet. Stand up. Okay, now here's your chance to vote.
So, as the winners, the WhizBang certified coaches, or Bob and Susan Negen. Grab your phones.
I have a couple of $100 bills here. Oh, look at the coaches. Oh, brilliant heat. Whoa, whoa. Oh, Susan, we're taking hard rights and lefts. There's body blows going on.
That's awesome.
All right.
Woo. Look at that, you guys. All right, good job, you guys.
Good job.
We're gonna be back for a rematch next year.
DJ, good job. Kathy, whoop, I missed
Good
you
match.
there, Kathy. Mark.
Good match.
All right.
Good job.
Hey, let's give them another big hand. You guys can leave there.
Give it up. Give it up for our coaches.